Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kyle here again. I think it's about time for another video log. It's been a while. It's about, what are we, 4:30 in the morning? I don't even know why I did that because I don't have a watch on. But yeah, it's about the time. I just woke up then, had some oats and some protein. Got my protein, my lot of protein. Anyway, yeah, so I get a bit crazy in the mornings, but I'm about to go to deadlifts, but I wanted to get in a quick log for everyone, because I've been a little bit tied up with my time, as you all know, everyone that follows my log. But, yeah, so just to recap on my prep so far, everything has been going incredible. So I've had no real lapses in energy or anything like that. I haven't had the dieting brain fog. I never get hungry. I'm sitting, as of today, I'm 3 weeks out from my first show, and everything couldn't be going any better. I'm smashing through my cardio, haven't missed a day of training. I think I'm on about, oh, what are we, day 130 something of cardio. So it's really a breeze for me right now. But in terms of diet and everything, that's all fine. No hunger cravings. I can walk past bakeries and everything, and the girls behind the counter are more appealing to me than what, the chocolate croissants are and everything like that. So the food really isn't an issue, and neither is the brain fog that people usually deal with. And I think it becomes a lot of an attitude-based thing. And when you start to see what you're doing as part of your life rather than something as a means to an end, um, it's a lot different. It's a lot more of a personal approach where it's just something that you do every day. It's not something that, oh, I'm prepping, oh, I've got another 16 weeks of this shit left to do, oh, I don't know how I'm going to last it, oh, I'm just going to push harder, yeah, let's go. No, it's not like that. For me, I just wake up, do my thing every day, go train, go do my cardio, prepare my meals, go to work, and it's the same thing as anyone else would do. Granted, it's not the same tasks, but it's the same ideal. So some people get up, mow the lawn, feed the dogs, then go to work, come home, sit on the computer, do whatever. That's all a daily habitual thing. And for me, going to the gym, training, dieting, those are my habits, and those are what I do during the day. So it really isn't all that hard. I don't understand now, and I look back on myself last year and how I struggled so much during my prep and my diet. And it's funny to think of, when I look back, it's kind of sad of how obsessive I took everything, and how it wasn't a I'm doing so much more work this year than what I was last year. Like I'm doing over an hour of cardio every day at the moment, and I've been doing that for the better side of about 2 months now. And before that it was a little bit less, like 50 minutes or 55 minutes, something like that. But this time last year I was lucky to do 3 sessions a week, and that was just hill sprints outside. So what I wanted to draw on today mainly is, one, give you an update on my prep, which I've done, but two, is I get a lot of people, and what inspired me to do this video log is two posts that I just read in my workout log on bodybuilding.com. I get a lot of people saying, I don't know how you can do this. I don't know how you can get up every day and do, hours of cardio followed by your weights training. I don't know how you can diet all the time. Oh, it's just so tough, It's so difficult. Problem is, it's only difficult because you think it is. With me, I have no problem getting up and doing hours of cardio on end. I've got no problem burning, 900, 1,000 calories, because it's easy for me. And I view it as, well, it's not easy, but it's simple. And to me, everything is only as difficult as what you perceive it to be. So if you think something is going to be a very difficult task, then for you, it probably will be. But for someone else, it's going to be fairly simple. So me being able to do my cardio with no sort of issues whatsoever, like, yeah, I get off and I'm totally drenched in sweat, and I get people coming up to me saying, oh, you just had a bath, bro, oh, you're sweaty, eh? Like, yeah, but it's just a simple thing for me to be able to do. And I think that everyone in life has different things that they're good at, and different things that they find more difficult than others. So people perceiving things that others do in terms of exercise being hard and difficult, well, yeah, if you're not conditioned for it and if you're not used to it, then of course it's going to be a little bit more difficult than what you would normally do that's in your daily routine. But it's no different from me saying to someone, say someone who's studying medical science or something like that, I don't know how anyone can sit and read books, read textbooks and go through and put so much effort into their assignments and things like that for hours on end and put so much thought and effort into it. That, to me, that is what's difficult. I can't sit down and just do books blindly hoping for I'm going to be getting some qualification of a paper in 8 years' time or whatever. I can't do that. Well, I can, but it's not something that I find easy whatsoever. And to me, that's harder than doing a whole heap of cardio. So, and for that same person, however, doing a really tough workout or squatting heavy or doing 20 reps deadlifts or whatever might be one of the most difficult things I've ever come across. So, really, things that you do in life, all the tasks and stuff that you're going to put yourself through are only as difficult as what you think they're going to be. They're really not. One thing is not harder than another. And what I don't like now, and I think it's funny because when I look back at myself as quickly as 5-6 months ago, I used to say, or I used to think, oh, no one's going to work harder than me. I'm going to work hardest than anyone else, No one's going to be busting as much balls as what I am right now. I'm going to just drill this every day. Oh, it's always going to be me. I'm going to be the hardest working. When I step on stage, no one is going to, work harder than me. I'm going to know that I've done this. Well, to be honest, now that viewpoint has changed because I think it's a very arrogant sort of stance to take. And no offense to the people who use that. And if that motivates you, then that's fine. And if it keeps you on your goals, then go ahead and do it. But for me, I don't like to think that I'm working harder than anyone else because right now, my view's changed to think that that doesn't matter. What matters to me is I'm working as hard as I possibly can. What anyone else is doing and how hard they're doing it, it doesn't bother me anymore. Someone can be working harder than me, someone can be sweating more than me, someone can be lifting more than me, someone can be straining their body more than I am, and it doesn't bother me because as long as I know that I'm doing as much as I possibly can, and you should do this too with your training, as long as you know that you're doing the absolute most effort that you can and putting in everything that you have into your training, you can't compare that to what someone else's effort or perceived effort is with what they're doing. So as I said before, it comes down to the whole thing of tasks are only difficult because you perceive them to be that way, and you shouldn't compare yourself to someone else in terms of this guy trains more intensely than this one, because you never know that one person who's sitting around doing foam rolling and stretches on the Swiss ball, they might find that incredibly difficult, and that thing might be a really hard task for them. I see people sweating over on the foam rollers and stuff like that all the time. So to me, yeah, it looks kind of stupid, but if it's hard for them, then there's no right to say that this person isn't working hard enough towards their goals, because for all you know, they are putting in 110% effort, and if you're sitting back and lazing around, then essentially they're working harder than you, which isn't something to worry about, but it's something to assess with your own training. Are you really pushing it as hard as you can? And that's why brings me to another point of why I don't really agree with the whole stopping a few reps short of failure or anything like that. I think a lot of people's training methods are very monotonous in that way, and I think that people really need to, and I know it's cliche, but people really do need to listen to their body and find out what is going to be optimal for them in terms of their training and their diet and stuff. If you like to push it to failure every time, which is something that I do, and it's the only way that I can really feel satisfied with myself, then by all means go ahead and do it. It might not be optimal for you, it might not be the best thing that's going to make you grow the most. Same with any sort of training thing that you do, like same as holding back a little bit. That might be something that's going to make you grow incredibly, okay? But I think at the end of the day, it all comes down to finding something that you enjoy doing and just going with it. Whether it agrees with what a textbook is telling you or what ex-professor is telling you to do, or what is going to stimulate so many, muscle fibers and turn on X amount of protein synthesis or whatever. What matters is finding enjoyment out of what you do. If you like going to the gym and getting a pump, then do that. If you like going to the gym and lifting heavy, even though it's not in that set, range for hypertrophy, who cares? Go and do it. Find something that you like to do and something that you enjoy doing and just go with it. Thanks.